This is a demo for my project called TurtleOS, or Turtle Operating System. And Turtle is a graphical module in Python, and it's used mostly by programmers or people who are learning how to program. It's usually nice for those who are being able to program because it gives you more of a graphical view than just a text-based view. Because usually when you start out programming, you just see everything through print statements, and this gives you a more exciting way to view things. So like an example would be like a small project where you import Turtle, and then you run a little loop, and I'll show you what it looks like. As you can see, this draws. It's a good way to teach people recursion and loops and see what the result of their program is outside of just print statements. So that's why it's popular. There are other uses for it and other ways to display it in more advanced programming settings, but this is what I usually see it as, and so that's how I'll explain it. And so I used Turtle to make a program of my own, and here it is in my repository on my GitHub, but I also have it in a folder right here. You can see the same thing that was on GitHub, it's just right here, pulled. And we could run it. You see, welcome to TurtleOS, menu to see the commands. And as you can see, it prints slowly because everything's a little graphical image. So when the L is it's drawn, it's not like printed like on a keyboard. So every time I hit a letter, it's just drawn a little differently than as a regular like system would. And so you see I implemented some basic commands, and right here is the root folder. That's where ours starts. So you can see if we hit ls, it has all the files that you would see there. And you can see the repository is green, signify that, and all the files are white. And so we can see the other commands here, like touch. It does exactly what you would think it would do. It's created a file 1 and 2 as we listed right here. We can print our working directory. We're at the root, and it also shows us our working directory in blue every time. We could also change directory into the one that we already have here, which is nice. Now you can print our working directory again, and it shows us, and then we could go back to the root. We could also make directories. So here's a new one, and there it is. And then you could also remove it, and there it goes. You also look into files, so let's say like, what's in this file? What's new gumshoe? So if we cat that, it'll display what we want. And let's make a new file. Let's call this one gibberish. And let's just put gibberish in there. And we could also like make new lines, like crazy weird symbols of all sorts, and save it. And then now let's cat it. Let's cat it again just because. And you'll see it does all the white space as well. So it does a great job. Let's look at the menu and see what other commands we have. We also have copy, so we could copy that gibberish file and make another one. We'll call this one 2. And there's 2. Now let's cat 2 and see if it copied it. And there you go. There's also moving files. We can move 2, and we'll rename it like 3 H's. And we can see right there, it's still the same file. We can also echo and just write generic text. We could also write to a file using echo. New text here. And if we cat that file, there it is. And we can see it's overwritten it. So we have the basic Unix commands on a TurtleOS on a graphical interface. And that's interesting. Something fun. I'm hoping this project will be seen by others and they could contribute to it and add some more Unix commands and other features. And also, one little neat thing about this is that deleting is a little interesting. It's so if you hit K and then you hit backspace, it doesn't delete it. It draws a black K over the white K to delete it. So it takes the spacing, it figures it out, and it deletes it. So sometimes you can see like a very vague white mark because it doesn't exactly overlap it. But that's how I deleted stuff. And so that was a quick little hacky way to do that. And you can see we're missing commands like some basic ones like link, link file. We don't have link implemented yet, and so it will let us know that link's not in there yet. And so yeah, that's my project. I hope you liked it.